19 degrees out here, and it's really cold. Yes, sirree, it is really cold out here. So today's video is going to be back downstairs one more time for now. It's supposed to get a little bit better, but it's been snowing since, well, it hasn't been snowing, but it's been cold, and it's stuck here since Thanksgiving. I got that snowblower over there that's got to be worked on. Yeah, that was from my brother. The one who looks like Legolas from, Lord of the Rings. Yeah. This is it. It's a Hiccup Carvana, whatever you want to call it, Hickey Carvana. And also, someone gave me a heater for my garage. But it's way out of time to get that thing hooked up. But today's video is going to be on a president. Yeah, not an old president. It's a President CB radio. So let's see what we can do with that CB radio. Something's stuck on it. Hey there. Okay, we're back downstairs. Yeah. Hopefully I got my head in view here. This phone, for some reason, has been cutting off half my video. So in this video, you might see we're a little short. I apologize for that because something happened to the camera. I've got a new one. So next week could be a new camera. I'm waiting for a new case. So I had to do another one. So it's going to be on this president. Yes, sirree. This one right here. Yeah. I don't have it anymore. I fixed it for the guy and he came and got it. He's happy with it. It's still ticking today. But this is how we take this apart and see how we fix it. It's kind of just a quick video of how to do that. So let's get into this video and let's see how this all comes apart. So you can take it and fix your clock in your CB radio so it wakes you up going, Breaker 19, Breaker 19, you got a copy? 10-4, good buddy. What's 1036? Oh, 1036. I know what 1036 is. Oh, 1036, you know what 1036 is? It's 439. Yeah, sirree. Okay. Alrighty, well, the clock's not moving, it's plugged in, there's power. Let's get this cover off and see what we can do. I already took these two out. 2 Phillips on this side, same with the other side. And then you gotta have 2 on top, Phillips. And then we're gonna have 2 in the back. So you're actually gonna have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Phillips to hold this cover on. Well, this thing is pretty filthy inside. That's for sure. Yeah. Well, what I want to do is I'm going to have to get this motor out. See if we can fix this electric clock motor. I'm not sure if I can get this thing unstuck or not, but I'm going to have to see what we can do to get this out. Now, in order to get to the screw on that, we're going to have to take this off. And this is spring-loaded. So we should be able to get this off without ruining the spring. I'm going to lift up high enough to get away from there. That spring is connected right here. Is where that spring is right here. So let's see if I can move it out of the way for a moment. Trying to do this without getting my hand in the way of the camera. I'm going to take it off on the back side. Now, be careful because it'll do that. It just flung away. Luckily, it flung away over here on the table. There it is. So, I'm going to put it on the magnet because that thing is so small. In fact, I'm going to put the part with it. There we go. That way we're not losing it. Now, I can see it looks like a Phillips, either flathead or Phillips. Now, you're going to want a really good flathead for that. All right. Yeah, I figured that was going to be tough. Let's go a little bit bigger handle. There it goes. Cracked it loose. Again, I want to take my magnet. Just grab that in. And look at there. Here's your motor. Comes right out. So once you got that motor loose, you're golden, man. You can take off what you're going to want to do. Ooh, that was bad right there. Hang on. There's no, that was bare. Look at there. Actually, what I'm going to do, instead of making a mess, I'm just going to clip them. There's enough wire here that I can resolder these. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take them off, get them out of the way. So we got our motor out and free. Now we got the motor free, I'm sure I can get that to turn. But my fingers, look at that. So it ain't super stuck. So I'm going to hook up, I'm going to go ahead and get myself a wire and hook up power to this and see what happens. You know, I figured I'd turn it on just in case when I plug it in, it burns up. And look at it, it's turning. Well, it's kind of crazy. It spins when it's flat on its back, but when you put it on its side, it stops spinning. Must be a problem with the gear, or maybe needs lubrication, but let's get this apart and see what we can do on the inside. Okay, so it looks like it may come off here. Cover. Same with this side. That's the top cover. And it shows all the gearing. So let me zoom in for you. It don't look too bad in there. I tell you what, let's give it an oil change. Or just give it some oil. Now, I was always told to use graphite, but I got this all-in-one oil, so let's use it. Sorry guys if I'm not in frame here all the time. Squeeze that in. Now, I don't think I had to take them off. Possible. Let's see if I get under there with the screwdriver. There we go. Well, let's power back up. Kind of want to check everything out here. We're going to pull this out of here. It's just magnetic. And we're going to inspect it here. I'm going to clean that up because it looks kind of like it's got dry grease on it. And we're going to put a dab of oil on it. And put it back on. All right. I'm going to take a feel of this and see if there's any restrictions. Now if I turn it sideways, interesting. So it actually goes this way. I want to make sure I go that, hang it that way. All right, let me plug it back in. Let's see if buckets can get electrocuted. Well, now seems to be working on this clicking working thing now. Well, I guess it just needed good oiling. Lucky none of the gears are stripped. Just that one gear was slightly worn. All right. Well, I guess the only thing I could do now is put it back together and see if it does a timey-wimey, weemy-wimey, keeping time thingy majigger going now. Let's do it. All right, so I got it mounted back up. As you can see, it is working. It's spinning in control, and it seems to be keeping time. Look at there. Holy buckets. Yeah, buddy. I love it. It's been on for over... I started about 3 o'clock. Well, it's 5 after 3. I'm going to see if it's still continuing to keep time. Of course, that clock there is off from this one. See, that one just turned. All right. The clock is still working after all night long. Still keeping time. Nice. Well, you see, that wasn't so hard. Actually, just kind of, without having to take the whole thing apart, you just pop that motor right out, pop off those covers as you've seen, and grease it up if it's not burned up. Typically, hopefully, it's just gooped up from just sitting. In fact, on the back of that aluminum cover where the gear is, I just did tap it in just a little bit because that gear is a little worn and it kept kind of running out. So I did tap that a little bit, but play around with it. You'll see. If it doesn't work right, just keep playing with it until it does work. You know, maybe tap that back of the aluminum. I should have showed you that, but you know how it goes. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks for coming to Bucket's Garage. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next weekend on Bucket's Garage. Hopefully it's going to be on that snow blower. Should be a little bit warmer. But hey, why not? I'm going to freeze. I want to show you how to fix that thing. All right, see you again.